did an interview with Will Power, who was a producer from South Carolina, Super Hot Beats, and you made some comments about Yelawolf, which Super Hot Beats, Yelawolf is the artist that he supports, part of his crew. He put him on, and he took offense to the comments that you made. Now, Will Power's take is, you being from South Carolina, he being from South Carolina, Yelawolf being an artist he works with, that you shouldn't make those kind of comments that would hurt his situation, because that's helping South Carolina and him get on as a producer. How you feel about that?
You know, I've had comments with Will Power. Like, you know, me and Will Power have had conversations about those same comments. All I can tell Will Power is welcome to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't discriminate. Like, if I don't like something, I don't like it. Bottom line, point blank, period. Do I support Will Power? Hell yeah, 360%. And if you listen to the interview I did, I said I listen to Trump music. I like the tracks. My man Will Power produced, you know, a bunch of tracks on the album. I said I like the beats, but I don't like Yelawolf. I think Yelawolf sucks. You know what I'm saying? Yelawolf's music, his lyrics don't have anything to do with Will Power's production at all. There's plenty of whack artists who rap off hot beats. You know what I'm saying? And people will recognize that. That's not going to stop Will Power. Like me saying Yelawolf is whack isn't going to stop Will Power. That's not going to stop Will Power from prospering and Will Power from shining. It's not. Like, Will Power got an artist named Nakia. I think Nakia is incredible. I always thought Nakia was incredible. And I'm going to support her 360%. And I mean, truth be told, if Yelawolf dropped the album tomorrow and Will Power produced a bunch of tracks on that, I'll be telling people to go buy Yelawolf album, even though I think it's whack, because my man produced tracks on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to jump out the window and say, oh, I think Yelawolf is dope just because Will Power produced beats for him. Like, that's not me. Like, I don't think nobody should do that. Like, that's not reality. That's not the reality of the situation. That's that political bullshit that has the game fucked up. And it had the game fucked up for years because people co-sign garbage just because their man did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the game really got put in the position that it got put in, because there was a lot of whack shit coming out. And not just in South Carolina, but just in general. There's a lot of whack shit coming out that people co-sign just because their man did it. Like, nah, I'm never going to play those games. I mean, you know, Will Power, I'm not the only person that's going to critique Yelawolf. I'm not going to be the first person to critique Yelawolf, and I'm not going to be the last person to critique Yelawolf. You know, so, like I said, man, you know, you got to welcome to the game, man, and know that people are going to critique you. Or they're going to critique your artist. You know, that's just the way it is. People critique me every day when I get on that radio. People got positive things to say about me. People got negative things to say about me. And guess what? Charlamagne don't give a fuck about none of it. My father told me a long time ago, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are. So that's the mentality I keep at all times. But of course I support Will Power. Why wouldn't I support Will Power? You know what I'm saying? He's from South Carolina, and he's dope. He's talented. He's super talented. And I think the project he's doing with the kids will put South Carolina in a good position. I can't even say it's going to put South Carolina in a good position. It's going to put Will Power and Nakia in a good position. And being that Will Power and Nakia are in a good position, South Carolina's in a better position.
One more thing I want to ask you about, too. I know that you and Froggy started Super Dope Moves a few years ago, man. What's the current situation with Super Dope Moves? Y'all still
That's my brother. I mean, Froggy my brother for life, you know what I mean? We got Super Dope Moves bank account, you know what I'm saying? You know, Super Dope Moves LLC. I mean, Super Dope Moves it's not just music. Like, I mean, that's my company. Like, you know, when I do certain situations, like I'm about to do a deal with a television network that y'all will be hearing about in a couple weeks. Like, you know what I mean? That's where my checks will go. My checks will go through Super Dope Moves. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting some money, people will tell you, like, you know, you should have an LLC. You know, for your taxes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's my company, man. Like, Super Dope Moves it's just my company. It's whatever we need it to be at the time. You know, whether it's music, whether it's, you know, might be books, you know, might be television, you know, might produce a show or two. Like, who knows? Like, it's just whatever we need it to be at the time. And I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, man, I love South Carolina, man. But you know one thing I'm doing right now that I've never ever really done, Randy. You know me for a long time. I'm focusing on me. I've never ever truly focused on me the way I need to. And I've helped a lot of. I've tried to help a lot of artists in South Carolina, and I've seen nothing in return. I always end up looking like the bad guy, and people giving me their ass to kiss. So it's like, all right, cool. You know, now watch me do me, and watch where I go, and then you can sit back and say, you know what, maybe I should have listened to that guy. Because he's in a great position.
Okay, wow. Now, I mean, any last words, any words of encouragement, solution to the problem, anything you want to say out there?
My solution to the problem is this: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. You know, artists need to start being more consistent. Artists need to start branding themselves outside of South Carolina. And look, man, even if you don't have the money to being in Atlanta or being in New York, because truthfully, being in these places don't do nothing for you. Don't nobody know who the fuck you are. It's like, yo, if you can't create a buzz in South Carolina, what makes you think you're gonna create a buzz in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Artists kill me when they say that shit. Like, oh, I'm South Carolina, no support, I'm gonna go to Atlanta. Nigga, if you can't get D-Lord or Frosty to play your record, you really think you gonna get DJ Greg Street or Drama to play your fucking record? Like, be for real, nigga. Like, just really be for real with yourself. I need all these artists to start being for real with themselves. And I think once these artists in South Carolina start being more consistent and start spending some money on some shit other than, you know, strippers and bottles in the club, and start putting their money towards these websites, and, you know, when they shoot a video, not just, you know, putting the video up on YouTube, but actually taking the video and actually spending some money to promote it on these different websites so people can actually see it. When people start doing that and using the internet the way it should be used, I think you'll start seeing some changes. You'll start seeing some changes. Because, I mean, to go back to my original point, you don't have to be in these places for people to start seeing you and start knowing who you are. Because we have the internet. We have the internet. Motherfucking Drake is from Toronto. He utilized the internet. Look where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? Wiz Khalifa's from Pittsburgh. Fucking, you know, Odd Future, they from L.A. I don't know. I've never met these guys personally, but I love their music. And how did I get introduced to them? Through the internet. Through the internet. Why? Because these dudes were consistent. They were consistent and constantly putting out products and putting it in the right places till people cared. And when people cared, guess what the blog started doing? The blog started grabbing their stuff because it started helping the blogs. So it's like, okay, you help you. At first you might have to, you know, spend some money to get heard and, you know, get your videos in the right places. But once people start seeing you and saying, yo, this person is kind of dope, and the blog starts seeing that, hey, these videos are generating traffic for our website, then they start looking for you. And that's what the motherfuckers in South Carolina need to start doing. And I've done it. I did it with the Hood State of the Union, with Lil Duval. When I was in Columbia, I was utilizing the internet and putting my interviews like with Buffy the Body and T-Pain online. And that's how Wendy heard about me in New York. You know, and brought me up to New York. And when I was in Philly and me and Lil Duval was doing the Hood State of the Union, that generated buzz for television network. And that people are about to see now. You're about to see the fruits of that labor now. And that was back in 2009 when me and Duval was doing those Hood State of the Union videos. But you're about to see the fruits of that labor now. Or even now with the Breakfast Club, how we're constantly putting webisodes out there, constantly throwing interviews out there. All of that does is generate interest of other entities. And they're like, you know what? These guys are pretty good in front of the camera. Oh, they may be in New York, but, you know, people in Cali, people in London are listening to our show because of the way we utilize the internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, man, I can give you the game plan, but if you don't study the game plan and learn how to run the play, that's on you. But I mean, it's right there. I mean, the blueprint is right there for people.